What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are going to be working on something pretty cool. It's an old piece of machinery. It's been in the family for I don't even know how long. It used to be my dad's bike. My uncle actually bought it for him back in the day and rode the crap out of it, and it's been sitting for super long time. I don't even know when the last time it ran, and we're gonna mess around with it today, try to get to start, and yeah, should be a good time. Right now we're walking up to the shop. That's where the bike's at, and give you a little show of what we're going to be working on. The shop, and this is the bike we are going to be working on. It is a 1974 Honda Elsinore cr125. It's a California bike. Like I said, it was my dad's back in the day. My uncle bought it for him so he could go ride, and my dad actually gave it back to him when we moved back to North Idaho, or moved to North Idaho. He gave it back to my uncle, and I ended up picking it up a couple years ago from him. You can see it's needs a lot of work. Covered up the air box, needs a filter, missing the side plate, needs a new seat cover. I don't know what I plan on doing with the gas tank, but I might just leave that, ride the bike for a little bit, then do a full restoration on it. But as you can see, crusty fuel lines. Gonna be taking off the carburetor and ultrasonic cleaning it. I'll show you guys that in a second. It is basically what like doctors and whatnot use to clean their utensils, clean diamond rings, whatever, with them. The bike throttle, it needs a throttle cable, but it's been ridden, that's for sure. The bike, well, the forks redone, new oil in it, new seals, probably put new pads on it. These are the old drums. Probably go through front, back, put a new chain on it. I have a top end gasket kit for it. I don't know if we'll be doing that. It has decent compression on it. When I picked it up, it was seized. I ended up putting a WD-40 through the engine, and it freed up quite a bit. It has decent compression for a low 125. Needs some engine oil. Probably go through the rear shocks. This thing, like I said, I don't even know the last time it was started up, ridden. Try to find a back fender for it. Just things where you could ride it and have fun with it for a little bit, and then do a full restoration on it. You can see right here the front head stem bearings. Could wiggle it quite a bit. Needs foot pegs. Like this one, it's seen better days, that's for sure. So we're gonna go ahead, get the seat off, get the side plates off, try to get that carburetor off, and go from there, clean the carburetor, and see if we can't get this thing started here. Well, I was able to get the seat off and the side plate. The seat was just two 12mm bolts, both sides. Slid right out. This little keeper right here goes under the frame. Pretty easy. Just pull back and lift up. The side plate, super easy. Just pull this rubber part from the back side out, and where it attaches is on these loops, and that's basically all that keeps that side plate on. So super easy. Now we're going to move to getting the air box taken out. I don't know if we'll have to take the air box out, but getting the boot off of the carburetor, so we get the carburetor out and get it all cleaned up. We got the carburetor out, and as you can see, this thing would focus, there's a lot of dirt inside this. Hopefully it's not too bad in the bottom. Try to free up these screws, make it easier to clean. But I'll go over with what it took to get it out. I had to take this 10 millimeter. I don't know if this is what it was from factory, but this is what was on the bike. Loosen up this clamp, and I was able to rock this back to be able to get clearance between this boot and this boot to be able to pull the carburetor out. And not too bad, pretty easy. I need to get a flashlight and see if I can look down into the cylinder, see if there's any scarring or whatnot. But I think regardless, we're going to try to start it up. It has good compression. I don't hear anything scratching in there. And yeah, see what we got from there. But first things first, we got to get that carburetor cleaned. Move on. Just keep plugging at it. So this is a ultrasonic cleaner. It's a DSA GL series. This is actually my dad's. This is what it looks like on off, and then you can select your modes. So your set time, your set temp. The set time runs up to an hour, and then it'll automatically turn off. The temperature, you can set the temperature to what you want it to clean it at. So this is set to 176 degrees. Let's bring it down to 150. And then the power mode is on 5, 1 being the lowest, and then the frequency is on low. I believe low is harsher than high is, but all you do is fill it up with water and then put some detergent in it. I just use this Mean Green. It works pretty good. Fill it up. There is a minimum fill level for this, so you want to get, you know, enough water in. Put your piece in. You can see how dirty this is right now. I'll give you guys an after, but I got the screws cracked loose. They actually weren't a problem at all. They're usually really hard to get loose, and you end up stripping them, and you have to get some channel locks on them. But I could smell fuel in this thing, and you can see right there on the bottom of that hose, it's a little wet. But just like this, drop it in. This hose is gonna mess with me, but drop it in. I gotta take this hose off. I'm gonna have to cut it off, and then let it run and get back to it once it's done. Machine running. You could probably hear that high pitched. I'm not sure, but down in there you can see a little bit of bubbling. It really gets in and cleans it really well. All the little ports that you can't get with carb cleaner. And that's the upside of this. You can't get into all the little ports and jets and everything, but this will be able to pull most everything off. I've never had a problem with it not coming out clean. Might have to run it 2-3 times, but here's an example on the Mako. This carburetor here is dang near flawless with dirt. Doesn't have anything on it. Cleaned it. Everything functions well. Starts up. No problems. But that is a super great tool to have. I clean all the bikes, the carburetors with them. I'll just throw them in for a little bit. Even like my 04. I rode that once last year, and I drain the fuel after each time I ride, because I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get to ride will be. So the fuel these days likes to just gunk up, gets like, turns into a varnish almost. So I just always drain my bikes now, but I'll run through the next time I want to ride it, depending on how long it is. Just clean it real quick, throw it in the ultrasonic, have it cleaned out, make sure there's nothing in there, get the max performance out of it. And yeah, you don't want to lose a race just because you didn't maintenance your stuff, and ultrasonic cleaner is one good way to make sure that's not going to happen. I'm going to give you a look at what years and years of bad fuel looks like. It is just absolutely caked in there. So that's why you want to drain your fuel after every time you ride. I'm not worried, the ultrasonic cleaner will get this all cleaned up. It's just going to take some time. I ran it for 2 hours with it together to try to break it apart, so I didn't have to pry, ruin any seals. But yeah, we'll just keep at it, get it all cleaned up, and show you what it looks like right now. There's a lot of fuel, kind of green sticky stuff, what was once fuel leaking out of it. But try to get these hoses pulled off and just keep throwing it in. Few days, just steady cleaning it, but look at the huge difference. It is just so much better looking. Show you the float bowl. Got all that fuel out of there. It did take a long time, but it's hard to find these parts, so it's worth it. Having this in the cleaner for a long time though did strip the coating off of it, so that's one thing you got to watch out for, is having stuff in there for too long. But one other thing I was really surprised is this jet. I'm gonna have to go get a new one tomorrow. It actually broke when I went to put it back into the carburetor right here. It's a 115. I don't know if just years and years of that bad fuel made it to where just deteriorated or what, but gotta go get one of those tomorrow. It's gonna delay the process of trying to get it started, but you just see this thing has zero debris on it. Hopefully fire it up first kick. Put fuel in the tank, turn it on, it's getting fuel. Nothing's leaking yet.
Son, spark plug's not even hooked up.
I'll do it.
This thing usually fires up like first kick. That started getting me perplexed there.